ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
येन
येन
तस्मै
तस्मै
श्रीगुरुवे
श्रीगुरुवे
नमः।
नमः।
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
स्थापितं येन
येन
भूतले
भूतले
स्वयं
स्वयं
रूपा
रूप
कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। Just one thing came to my mind. Maybe Vijay Gopi Mataji or Satyam Mataji, you can create a short recording version of these, 10 verses. And then Sundar Gopal Prabhu can circulate it and everyone can hear. So that way it might help. Because I think week 1 or 2 will have the recordings, but that's long back.
I think that's
So
just the week
maybe,
one, probably. We haven't
okay.
recorded after that.
Okay, so yeah, just make a short recording. I think 2-3 minutes, and I think it can be circulated.
Sure.
So this verses actually, yeah, gives us so much joy while singing. So it should not be a burden; it should be a joy. And when you sing 20 times, you'll feel the joy, and you want to sing again and again. That's so nice. Okay, let's start our discussion today. So this is our whole nectar of instruction in one page. So we are covering the first section of nectar of instruction, which is 1 to 7, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Within that, we have already controlled the first subsection, which was controlling of the senses, verse 1 to 3. Now we're in the second section, Sadhu Sangha. We have already covered verse 4, and we have done half of the verse 5, and we'll do rest of the half today. Let's do a quick revision. Now, who wants to read that? Mohit Prabhu? Maybe you can hear seriously. Kaveri Mat, okay, Divya Mataji, sing the verse, please, if you can.
It's number 5, Prabhu.
No, you have already sung, Prabhu. Now
Oh,
it's your
sorry.
Shravan time. That's okay.
प्रभु
Someone
आप एक
else
बार
can do.
स्टार्टिंग की ट्यून बताएंगे प्रभु देन आई विल स्टार्ट।
Krishneti yasya giritam.
कृष्ण कृष्ण सॉरी प्रभु आई हैवंट प्रैक्टिस
Krishneti yasya
कृष्ण
giritam manasadriyeta.
कृष्णेति यस्य गिरितं मनसा द्रियेता दीक्षाति चेत् प्रणतिभिश्च भजन्तं शम्।
दीक्षास्ति चेत प्रणतभिश्च भजन्तं ईशम। इस प्रणत वर्ड है, प्रणाम करने से प्रणतभिश्च भजन्तं ईशम. So we can slowly read and then we'll get in tune to those words.
शुश्रूषया भजना विजसम् अनन्यम् अन्या।
So the word here is Mataji, bhajan vigya. So yeah,
भजन
it shows S. Sometimes you translate the font changes. It should be N here. If you read in Hindi, it's bhajan, simple. Bhajan vigya. Whoever can read Hindi, they can take this benefit of confirming their words from Hindi or Sanskrit. So Shushrushaya Bhajan Vigyam Ananyam Anya. Last line.
निन्दादिशून्यहृदम् ईप्सिता सङ्गलब्ध्या
Nindadishunnya hidame
ईप्सिता
Sita sangalabhya.
लब्ध्या.
थोड़ा सा
Yes,
no.
Prabhu, sorry.
Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry to put you on the spot, but
Naini,
this is
thank you,
how
Prabhu. Thank you.
we-
That's how we'll get.
this is how we should all learn. So
Keep-
anyone should come on the spot and then just should be
Yes.
able to sing these verses. It only take 2 minutes to repeat nectar of instruction. Only 2 minutes, literally 120 seconds. So it's not so much. You can do it a couple of times a day. Okay, let's start. So who will tell me the meaning of Krishneti Yasya Giritam without looking at Prabhupada meaning? Okay, they're already there. Nam Avatar Prabhu. Everyone just have to be honest. Don't look at Prabhupada translation. Just try to read Krishneti.
Krishna, as the name suggests, it's Krishna, something belonging to Krishna.
Okay.
Yasya means here.
Iti. First iti.
Krishneti, iti.
Iti means? Iti
Iti,
Panchamo Adhyaya Samapta. हम लोग कहते हैं.
I've seen that, Prabhu. Iti means thus.
So iti, thus Krishna. So whoever takes name, Krishna. That's it. Yasya. Someone else can say Yasya. Jai Dharma Prabhu. Try not to look at Prabhupada Sinani for 2 minutes.
Sorry, Prabhu, I look whom or something.
Yasya. The one who
One
takes
who.
Krishna, iti, who takes Krishna's name. Giri. Giri means, who can tell Giri? Madhuri Mataji. Giri. Everyone can unmute themselves. It's okay.
Giri is mountain.
Giri is mountain. Very good. Giriraj Govardhan. Very good.
Vacha, you said. You said
Huh?
Vacha, bro. Vacha.
Yeah, Giri has two meanings. So Madhuri Mata went to Govardhan Parvat. That's nice. No, you're right. Giriraj Govardhan is correct. Giri ka Raj. Parvaton ka Raja. Mountain ka Raja. That's Giriraj Govardhan. But Giri also means tongue. And Giri, there's another word, a very famous word, a very demi-goddesses named Girija.
Lord Shiva.
Girija.
Not Lord Shiva, the Patni of
No,
Lord Shiva.
Parvati.
Parvati
Parvati.
Devi. Girija is Parvati Devi. Huh?
Parvati.
Girija. Ja means Janma, Giri means Parvata. Because she's the daughter of mountain, this is Parvati. Parvat ki putri, the daughter of Parvat. Girija. It's very
Girija.
sweet and simple meaning. Manasa Adriyata. Mind. Thank you, Mohit Prabhu. And Adriyata. Manasa is mind, yes. Adriyata, don't read. Niche.
Adar karna is
Adar karna. Thank you, Mata.
Honor.
Huh? Adriyata means adar karna. Simple Hindi word. So don't try to think it's a very difficult verse. Very simple verse. Dikshasti.
Mind.
Someone else can say. Ragvi Mataji.
Diksha means initiation.
Yes. Which initiation we spoke, Mataji, last week? As per this verse. Initiation is correct?
Harinam.
Brahman initiation. I think.
Brahman initiation. So in this verse, this Diksha word here refers to Brahman initiation. We'll talk about that more. Pranatabhis. Who can say Pranatabhis? Vinay Prabhu. Pranatabhis. Very simple word. You're on mute, Prabhu.
Is Ponam Kora just simply
Pranam, that's right.
obeisances?
Pranam, obeisances. Thank you. Huh? Very simple. Pranam. You sometimes think Sanskrit is very simple. So Bhajantam Isham. Who can say? Prasanatma Prabhu.
Who is worshipping the Supreme Lord?
Bhajantam Isham. Isha means Supreme Lord. Bhajantam means bhajan karna. Simple. Shushrushaya. Prasanatma Prabhu.
Shushraya, practical devotional service.
Seva. Yes.
Seva.
Very good. Practical devotional service. That is Shushrushaya. Huh?
Okay.
Very good. Bhajana Vigya. Who can say Bhajana Vigya? Satyava Mata.
Prabhu, Bhajan Vigya, the one who is advanced in the knowledge.
What does Vigya mean, Mataji?
Vigyan. So,
Vigyan. Simple. And if you
So-
go back to Bhagavad Gita, what does Vigyan mean?
Knowledge.
No.
Devotional
Gyan
service.
is knowledge.
Realization.
Vigyan is
Realization.
realization. So now what we are doing, generally speaking, we are not bhajana vigya. We are doing some bhajan out of duty. We are not vigya. We are not realized as yet in our bhajan. Like sannyasis or senior devotees they are. So bhajan vigya, this person is very advanced in devotional service. Very, very advanced. He has realized it. Not like cramming just to pass the exam. Cut, copy, paste, Google say. So this is bhajan vigya person. It's not duty bound person. Okay. Ananyam anya. Who's left? I don't know. Divya Mataji. Ananyam anya.
Prabhu, Anya means others
Thank
or
you, Mataji.
Ananyam,
Exclusive. Ananyam anya
exclusive
exclusive.
devotion. Ananya
We
means.
have Girish Prabhu's daughter, Ananya. Huh? So Prabhuji said, I have taken the word from Bhagavad Gita. Ananya means exclusive. Can you give one example, Mataji, Divya Mataji? Exclusive ka example. What does exclusive mean?
Hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you simple. Exclusive to David Jones. अब याद आ जाएगा. This brand is only available in David Jones.
The
Huh? We see
devotion
that?
only to Krishna.
Only devotion to Krishna. Not like दुर्गा जी का भी है, शिव जी का भी है, श्रावण आएगा तो शिव जी का है, नवरात्र आएंगे तो दुर्गा जी का है. नहीं, आदर, respect to everyone. That's not a problem. We are not against respect. No, we have to respect even to an ant. We're not talking. But bhajan kiska? What is our ultimate object of devotion? That is Krishna. So we should not get confused with we are disrespecting demigods. Never. All we are saying when we talk about ultimate object of devotion, that is Krishna. So Ananya means exclusive, and Anya, as Mataji said, is other. Okay, last line. Ninda Adi. There's two words here. Vijay Gopi Mata.
Ninda is blaspheming other devotees. Adi is
Similar things which follows by Ninda. Sometimes people say something, I'm not doing any criticism here, I'm just talking the facts. But are you authorized to talk the facts? Unless you are the spiritual master, you're not authorized. So there is no need to do all those sort of things. So Ninda Adi. Shunya. Shunya means everyone knows Shunya. Even I think Rasanand Prabhu will know Shunya.
Void.
Void, zero. So zero ninda ki pravritti, no inclination for ninda, criticism, no inclination. Hirdam. So in Hirday, now sometimes there is no inclination on the tongue, but Hirday is burning, bursting. Your boss is saying something, you're bursting from inside, but you can't do from lips. So Hriday should be Sunya, not just the lips should be Shunya. Many times we are lips, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you are so nice, and inside we are like, when he's going to leave my place or something like that. So Hirdam word, see, Rupa Goswami has chosen so nice words. He did not say Nindadi Shunya and he stopped. No. In Hriday, in heart, in his mind, there is no concept of criticism, no concept of that. Okay, last one. Ipsit Sangya, Sakhi Radhika Mataji. Ipsit man?
Desirable.
Thank you. Can you give an example, Mataji, from Ipsit? Ishta Devta. You have Ishta Devata, Kul Devata. And sometimes jisko bhi bhajan karna hai karo. Whomever you like, you do bhajan. The Ipsit, Ipsa, Ichha. Ipsit. Sangha Labdhya, Sakhi Radhika Mataji.
Is association, Sangha.
So that's Sangha. Labdhya.
ये उनको प्राप्त उनका
Thank you, Mata. प्राप्त करना चाहिए लाभ, लब्ध्या, लाभ. Labh means profit. That's our profit. We should desire to take their association because that's profitable. Because we all look for profit, isn't it? Anyone like loss here? No one like loss. Everyone want profit. Whether it's at work, whether it's in society, in our temple community also we want profit. Everywhere we want profit. So what is the profit a devotee should aspire for? Aspire to have Sangha, association of this sort of devotee who has two qualifications. What are the two qualifications of this devotee? The third and fourth line. What are the two qualifications, Madhuri Mata? In Sanskrit. No Hindi, no English.
Bhajana Vijnana.
Thank you. Vigyani Vigya. Bhajana Vigya. Whatever is written. Bhajana Vigya. He is number one, Bhajana Vigya. Very advanced in devotion. But many advanced devotees, sometimes they criticize as well. On internet, you see, so much criticism is there. So they are Bhajan Vigya, no doubt. At the same time, they are like not following the fourth line. What's the fourth line?
Adi Shunya Hridam.
Nindadi Adi Shunya Hriday. In the Hriday, in their heart, there is no inclination for Ninda. And we'll talk about this today. Okay. Who can say first line represent which sort of devotee? Jaldi. Jai
Kanishta
Dharma.
Adhikari.
Kanishta Adhikari. What does Adhikari mean? Anyone else? Raghavi Mata, Adhikari means? Adhikari.
He is entitled to
Like
Authority.
Authority, thank you. Adhikar is
Organizer.
authority. Adhikar. Adhikari, what comes from? Adhikar. What does Adhikar means?
Responsibility.
Right. आपका अधिकार क्या है?
You're-
Right.
Yes, you're
Permission.
authorized to do, say something. You have your
entitlements.
food certificate, driving license certificate, whatever. Even for driving, you need adhikar. Can you drive a car without, or any vehicle, without a license? You can't. If you get caught, you'll be heavily fined. So you need adhikar for everything. Huh? In material life as well as spiritual life. So in a spiritual life, there are 3 types of adhikari. One who has adhikar, he's called adhikari. Huh? So adhikar, you can say, is a certificate. You can say one who possesses that's adhikari. Huh? So if I possess adhikar patra, what sort of adhikar patra I will have? Very low level. My authority is very low. That is called Kanishta adhikari. Higher than that will be
Madhyam Adhikari.
Madhyam.
Madhyam adhikari. His adhikar is higher than Kanishta, and then the highest will be
Uttam Adhikari.
his adhikar is the highest. So Kanishta adhikari, what are the characteristics of Kanishta adhikari as per this verse? Yes, Prabhu, in Sanskrit. Kanishta
Krishna
adhikari.
iti jasyagiri and Manushadriyeta.
No. So just a symptom of Kanishta adhikari in Sanskrit. Thank you, Vinay Prabhu, but you said 2 things. I asked, my question is, what is the symptom of Kanishta adhikari as per this verse?
Harinam Sankirtan.
Sanskrit, please.
Krishna iti, yes, Krishna iti Giri.
Krishna iti Giri, thank you. On his Giri, on that person's Giri, on that person's tongue, he's chanting Krishna. Huh? What's the characteristic of Madhyam Adhikari as per this verse? Yes, Prabhuji, aap nahi bol paye. Please let Yes Prabhu speak. He's very humble.
Prabhu Bhajantim.
Bhajantam Isham.
Isham, yeah.
Isham here refers to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like many people probably are doing bhajan. Some are doing bhajan of Baba ji, Mata ji, Amma ji, Papu ji, and all that. Huh? Bhajantam Isham. That has to be Isha. Bhajan, many people do bhajan. Somvar ka bhajan, Mangalwar ka bhajan, Budhwar ka bhajan. Every weekday they will have a different demigod for which they will do bhajan based on their needs, material life needs. Huh? So when they need Shivji, they will start doing bhajan of Savan ke Somvar kar lo, sab theek ho jayega. When their Shani is kamjor, then they will start doing bhajan of Shani. When they need Santoshi Mata something, then they do Friday bhajan. Bhajantam Isham. Characteristics of Uttam Adhikari, we already discussed. Now, what's the response of Kanishta Adhikari? When I see a Kanishta Adhikari, as per this verse, what should be my response in Sanskrit?
we have to
In Sanskrit.
by mind. We have to respect the mind.
Sanskrit, please.
Prananti.
एक मिनट मोहित प्रभु जी आप सेकंड पे पहुंच गए मनसा आगे आद्रियता मनसा आद्रियता फ्रॉम माइंड आदर करना है ओके व्हेन आई सी अ मध्यम अधिकारी मोहित प्रभु जी व्हाट शुड आई डू एज पर दिस वर्स
Pranantibhya, obeisance.
प्रणतभिस संस्कृत प्रणतभिस प्रणाम करना है डू अ फिजिकल प्रणाम so physical pranam does not mean just physical and no mental. Many times we do physical pranam, but mind is still in our shoes outside the temple. मेरी चप्पल चुरा के तो कोई नहीं ले जाएगा. No. So the second one already covers the first one. So mansa driyata plus bodily pranam. So 2 things are involved. Third one, what should be my response when I see a uttam adhikari? Madhuri Mata in Sanskrit.
Ipsita Sangalabdhya.
Thank you. That's in my mind. I desire. And what else? What else I do? Shushrusha. Thank you. So one, I desire from my mind. One, I do from my body. What can I do for my Guru Maharaj or this sannyasi or this senior? I can give him some water. I can drive him. I can give him some Lakshmi, like that. So Shrushaya. And in my mind, I'm desiring constantly what service I can do for this Vaishnava. Is it okay? So there are characteristics given and there is a response to that given. So who can give me a summary of this verse in 2-3 lines? I can see Prema Bhakti Mataji here, if she is available. Okay, no worries. Priya Mataji, whoever is going off the camera, I'm knowingly asking, I'm sorry. My humble request, please spend 2 hours exclusively, Ananya, with Prabhupada. Ananya, it will give a lot of benefit. Okay, Divya Mataji. Okay. Priya Mataji, would you like to summarize this verse in 2 lines as per the things which we discussed?
Sorry, Prabhu, I was a bit late, so I'm
Okay.
just joining.
No worries,
Sorry.
I'll move to no Priya Mataji. Satyava Mata, would you like to describe the verse in 2-3 lines? Whatever we just discussed, just based on that.
So, Prabhu, Ananya Manya means exclusively only praying to Krishna, not to any other.
Sorry, Mata, my question is, can you describe the whole verse?
Okay.
Whole verse. Just in a
So-
couple of lines.
Okay.
This verse describes dash dash dash.
So this verse describes the person who devotes.
3 types of devotees. This
Yeah,
verse
so-
describes 3 types of devotees: Kanishtha-adhikari, Madhyamadhikari, and
Madhyamadhikari and
Uttama-adhikari.
Uttama-adhikari. Kanishtha-adhikari is the one who is the low.
Just 1 second. So next line can be, this verse describes 3 types of devotees, their characteristics, and our response to those devotees.
Yes.
Then the third line can be, what is the characteristics of Kanishtha-adhikari? But the first thing, this verse describes 3 types of devotees. Simple.
Yes, Prabhu.
This was also described, not only says, oh, there are 3 types of devotees, that's it. No, Rupa Goswami does not stop there. 3 types of devotees, and then he says, characteristics of each type of devotees, and our response to each types of devotees. So basically, if you connect verse 4 and 5, who can connect 4 and 5? Sakhira Mata. So Sadeva Mata, I'll come back to you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Connection between 4 and 5. So everyone should know this actually in their head, on the spot. 4 and 5 connection.
Sadhu Sangha, Prabhu.
1 second, Mohit Prabhuji.
Sorry.
No problem.
प्रभु 4 and 5 हमारे को ऐसे रिलेट करते हैं कि हमें प्रीति लक्षण पता चलते हैं, हमें किसके साथ कैसे व्यवहार कर.
Thank you. So 4 talking about general behavior of the devotees, right? There are 6 exchanges, but 5 specifically tells किसके साथ कैसा व्यवहार करना है. With whom specifically we have to behave in what way. So 6 Priti Lakshana are there for all the devotees. In general, we apply all those 6. But with whom we'll apply how much, where, that is explained in verse 5. And 6 will be a continuation, which we'll talk little later today. Now, so Satyava Mataji, you can continue. So first 2 lines are clear. This
Yes,
verse
so
describes
there are
3 types of devotees. This verse describes characteristics of each type of devotee and
our
our response.
responsibilities.
Now you can tell little explanation.
Okay.
So first one.
So the
Kanishta?
one who Kanishtha-adhikari, the one who honors the devotee of Lord Krishna with the tongue.
Chanting.
With
No.
the chanting.
He's chanting. He's chanting. That's it. Khatam.
Okay.
One who chants, he's a Kanishtha-adhikari. Simple. Just name. Whoever said Ram, he's a Kanishtha-adhikari. As per this verse, Ram, Krishna, Nrsimha, whoever has chanted once in a day, in a month, in a week, once
is a Kanishtha-adhikari.
Once in a, no, fill in the blanks. I'm asking.
Lifetime.
In the lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Yamaraj says that in Bhagavatam, once in a lifetime. Whoever has said Ram, Krishna, Hari, Narayan, he becomes eligible. He has started his journey towards liberation. Okay.
Prabhu, there is a story also.
Yes, Mata, please.
Can I say that story, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Once, I mean, he is like an atheist. He doesn't want to chant the name of Lord Krishna or Rama. So one of the sannyasi come to that village and he forcefully make him to say the name Krishna. And then he said, okay, just for your sake, I'm just chanting once Krishna. And that's it. And then afterwards, like when he leave his body, then the Yamadutas comes and takes him back to Yamaraj. And then Chitragupta would read all the sins. And then he just say only one good thing he did, because he just chanted only once Krishna's name. So then what type of punishment, whether you want to go to hell first and then you want to go to, you want to take the benefit of saying the holy name. He said, okay, they were just discussing what type of punishments we can give. And then he goes to Yamaraj and says, he has just chanted only once. What should we do with him? So Yamaraj could not give the answer. So he said, okay, let us take him to Lord Brahma. So they both of them carry him. And he said, no, I won't walk. You have to carry me. So then they carried him to Lord Brahma. And Brahma also could not give the answer. Then they said, okay, let us go to Shiva. And then they carry him to Shiva. And then Shiva said, no, even I don't know the answer. Let us all go to Krishna itself and then see what type of thing he deserves. So all four of them carry to Krishna, and then Krishna will say, okay, this is the answer. Even if you chant only once, you will be carried by all these personalities to, the Vaikuntha. So that was the, I heard this
Very
story
nice.
now.
No, very nice. It's a very inspiring story. And Lord Narayan said, now you go back and he stays here. And Lord Narayan also said, even I don't know what is the result of chanting my one name. Even Lord Narayan doesn't know the answer. But he said, but at least now you can go back and he stays here. So by forcibly chanting once, this person went back to Narayan Loka forcibly, and he was carried by Yamaraj, Brahmadev, Shivaji. Wow. Now we should not just take this story and say, I have chanted thousands of names every day. But this is very inspiring and it's Puranic story, so it's definitely true. So Chaitanya Prabhu explains on that. This is like Putana got some benefit by giving giving poison to Krishna. So this is where Krishna can go up to. This is the maximum Krishna can go, but doesn't mean you can demand for it, because as soon as you have demanding attitude, Krishna doesn't like it. Anyway, very different chapter. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that. Prasannatha Prabhu wants to add something.
No, bro, just Hare Krishna, bro. Just wanted to know, all these three different levels of devotees. Is it, say, someone maybe in the beginning stage of, say, Kanishta Adhikari.
Yes.
Someone maybe, on the scale of Kanishta Adhikari, all are Kanishta. Someone at the beginning, someone at the Madhyama, almost at the touch of Madhyama Adhikari. So someone, how do we? So all are considered as same level. Or
Okay,
I'm
thank
just
you, Prabhuji. Nice question. So now we have to look at from the eyes of Rupa Goswami. For example, just one example. Now we all have our different eyes. And he said, whatever you know, that's how you know. So based on your knowledge, you get the knowledge. Suppose you're a doctor, then your knowledge, when I'm coughing, your knowledge will be different than my knowledge. I'm like, just cough. Doctor may say, no, this is very serious. If you're a mechanic, when you start the car, he will know by the noise what's the problem in the car, right? I'm looking at Divya Mataji, by cooking, just by looking at the sabji, she will know what are the faults in the sabji. For me, anything, everything. Yeah, very nice. So different people have different fields of knowledge. So you can say it's not a frozen thing that one person is, frozen on a Kanishta level. No, one person, for example, maybe Prema Bhakti Mataji, very advanced level of a garland maker. But in another field, she may be a Kanishta Adhikari. Anyone very skilled in a cooking, for example, can be Uttam Adhikari, for example, in cooking. But in DT worship, they may be Kanishta Adhikari, like that. First thing. Second thing, anyone in any level from any angle is not frozen to that level forever. If you are a Kanishta Adhikari, you can become Uttam Adhikari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that. Kanishta Adhikari, by having sincere association of Uttam Adhikari, can also become Uttam Adhikari. And the example is Prabhupada early days disciples. They were not even Kanishta Adhikari. They're all eating meat and alcohol and all those things, but they became Param Vaishnavas. So anyone can become anything. Now, when they were becoming Vaishnavas, not that it happened overnight. One time when Prabhupada disciple came to Prabhupada, I've been chanting Hare Krishna for 6 months. I haven't seen Krishna yet. How long more it will take? Prabhupada said, go back and keep chanting. So not that he became overnight Param Vaishnava. So he from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, like that, he is growing. And last thing which you said, a Kanishta sees himself as Uttama and everyone else as Kanishta. So initially I explained from Rupa Goswami's vision. Now I'm explaining from a normal person's vision. Now, if I'm a Kanishta, I will see I'm such a great Vaishnava, but all these people, in Hare Krishna temple, they're all Kanishtas. They're always doing aparadh of me. I'm such a great Vaishnava. They don't recognize me. When I'm walking, they're not getting up. They're not doing pranam to me. I'm such a great Vaishnava. Why they don't understand me? Huh? Why I'm not giving class today? Why anyone else is giving class today? Why I'm not being given the garland in Prabhupada Vyas Puja? After Prabhupada has given the Aarti, I should be getting the Aarti because I'm so great. So that is the vision of Kanishta. Huh? We were
I
discussing.
had this actually first in the beginning days when I came. I was standing near the deities actually. So one sannyasi, I don't remember, someone came and they asked me to go back, and he was given the preference. I thought, why is he given the preference? What's the difference between me and him? I felt offended.
Wow.
Like
we all felt same, Prabhu, at one stage. One day
Yeah.
I remember I was going for a program. So there was one devotee, very nice person. He was sitting there on a sofa. So as soon as I entered into the room, I did pranam. And he said, Iski kya zarurat hai? What is the need of this? And I sort of laughed at it. I didn't say anything. I'm like, my pranam was to Vaishnavas, and which includes you. But he
Yeah.
thought he's the only one in the room who was receiving my pranam. I did pranam to him as well, but there were other Vaishnavas as well. There was deities in the room. I just laughed at him. He was a very nice person, just a new person. He said, Prabhu, iski kya zarurat hai? I said, Prabhu, this is our etiquette. We do pranam when we enter into the room. So yeah, it happens. But that's fine. They are innocent. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, is that okay, Prabhu?
Yeah. Okay,
But
bro.
as you advance, what will
Yeah.
happen? You will start feeling yourself as low and low and low. It doesn't mean you're having inferiority complex or something, but you realize I'm not so advanced. These devotees are very advanced. And it happens another way as well. Slowly, initially, you'll feel like, all the temple visitors or whomever in that community, they are so advanced, so advanced. So initially, you have so much awe and respect. After 1 or 2 years, इसमें ये कमी है, इसमें ये कमी है, इसमें ये कमी है.
Correct.
Then
Yeah.
you start seeing the faults because now
Yes.
they are not so advanced. No, so it can go both ways. It can go up and down, and then up again, and then down again. So we have to be very, very careful because now we know the people. Huh?
Yeah.
When you initially come, oh, Prabhu knows 4 verses, and you feel like he knows the whole Bhagavatam, and you have so much respect. And after 6 months, if you know 2 verses, and he doesn't know those 2 verses, he will like, "Arey, mujhe zyada aata hai. I know better than him. So I know these 2 verses. Prabhu, you don't know." There's so many examples, Prabhuji. So you have to be very, very careful with these things and constantly read Prabhupada books. Then we'll be online, hopefully. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Ujjwala Samataji or Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhu, yeah, I wanted to ask you about, how we should not remain at the level of Kanishta. We should always, elevate our consciousness and at least go to the Madhyam Adhikari level.
That's
Now
what
that-
Prabhupada desired.
Now that is one aspect. The other aspect is also, I've heard that they say that you continue your chanting very sincerely, do your devotional service nicely, everything. It's not necessary to take the Brahman initiation. You can continue with the Harinam Diksha as well,
Yeah.
and continue sincerely. So, but
Yes.
then Madhyam Adhikari is, one has to take Brahman initiation. So,
Yeah. So
how
that's
that-
what, yes, so that's what we discussed. This Diksha is not with a label or a certificate that your name is there in the list. Now you got this Brahman thread or you got the Gayatri Mantra. This is nothing to do with that. And we started discussing on this aspect. We'll continue discussion today as well. So Diksha has to be taken. I was reading Prabhupada purport just before this class, and Prabhupada very clearly said the only qualification of Diksha is this person, whoever is aspiring to take Diksha, is very much interested only in transcendental subject matter, not in mundane matters. Now, how many of us have taken Diksha and how many of us that eligibility now? Just assess yourself. I definitely am out of eligibility. This person only have transcendental inquiry, only have transcendental inquiry. Now, how many of us fit into that criteria? And we have taken Diksha and it's been a while. And some are Brahman initiated as well. So there are many things, but a spiritual master is very kind and they give Diksha, not out of our eligibility, but out of looking, okay, this boy or Mataji is trying to do something. And if I give my mercy, she will or he will grow much faster. So this Diksha word has to be understood very properly. So here the Diksha refers to a serious practitioner actually, not just it's written Bhajan Tamisham. And how many are doing Bhajan Tamisham? That's also a questionable thing. After Diksha, I'm talking. So many examples we see, so many examples. What to speak of initiated devotees, even sannyasis. It's a whole topic altogether, but Prabhupada disciples, the initiated sannyasi, many of them, not all of them, they left the movement, they left all the Diksha. I think I spoke about one sannyasi, Prabhupada disciple. Prabhupada gave him sannyas Diksha, he fell down. Then Prabhupada called him for some seva and he said, okay, I'll give you sannyas initiation again. He gave sannyas initiation again, he again fell down. But when he was leaving the body, he mentioned to whoever was next to him, Prabhupada has come to take me now. So although he did many mistakes, but Prabhupada was very, very kind. So it wasn't out of eligibility. And in Kali Yuga, most of us, not all of us, are mercy cases. We are not qualified cases. Like, you need to get 90% marks for an entrance exam. If you get 90%, then you can demand, you can go into court as well now. I've got 90%, the criteria was 90%. Why is not giving me admission in this medical college? But here it doesn't work that way. Who can get 90% marks in this Kali Yuga? Who can say I'm pure? Who can say I'm pure even for 1 minute? What to speak of a day? Or who can say I'm pure for 50 years? That's only Krishna. It says, Madhyam Adhikari, you can be on your own. Uttam Adhikari, will read in Nectar of Devotion, has to be given to you. You cannot become Uttam Adhikari on your own. It doesn't work that way. Vishwamitra Muni was trying to become Brahma Rishi, and he was told the certificate is not demanded, it will be given. And that's why Vishwamitra was struggling with Vishwamitra was struggling with Vashishta Muni. Finally, Vashishta Muni gave the certificate. So Krishna Prema will be given to us. We cannot demand for it. So from your perspective, from a sadhaka's perspective, we can only do hard work to become Madhyamadhikari. After that, it's up to Krishna, it's up to our Guru. When he gives, what he gives, how he gives in this lifetime, after 20 lifetimes, that's his business. That's nothing to do with us. So basically, the point here is our sincerity which will take us forward, not the number of Dikshas. Sorry. Sannyasi disciple, they came back. There's so much in this topic, but I think the time is left. We get the gist.
Yeah, but Prabhu, what happens is like many of us, we don't see our Guru Maharaj. So, I mean, as you said, even though there is no eligibility, by his mercy, Brahman initiation happens. But then as a sadhaka, should one aspire to take Brahman initiation?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the purpose is given again by our teachers here, to make yourself more pure and more eligible to chant Hare Krishna. That's the purpose. Like if you take 3 times bath a day, for example, right? Physically also, you're more clean, your mind is fresh, you're less lethargic, you're eating little, you're getting up early in the morning because I have to do my Gayatri, I have to take bath, I have to change my clothes, I have to sit in a nice place as much as possible. Now, we chant Gayatri everywhere as well. When you're going out, my Guru Maharaj said, you can't pack up your bathroom. You can't pack up your bathroom, right? You can't take bath, That's fine. Many times for physical reasons at home as well, you can't take bath. So all those things, keep it aside, but it makes you more pure, it makes you more responsible, and then you are taking some services, hopefully, in temple DT department, for example, that makes you more and more aware of what you're doing. And as your Guru Maharaj said, we should become more and more detailed in our worship, in our everything. And he said, detail is a sign of advancement. Detail is a sign of advancement. Initially, you remember, I've seen some devotees at least, when they pick up the deities, they pick up from the face. They don't consider deity as a deity. They pick up the deity from the face, like Gaurnita, I've seen, pick up from the face like that. I'm like, what are you doing? Pick up from the feet. But it's again not their fault. They just don't know. They haven't been trained. It's not anyone's fault. And then they pick up from the feet. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. So detail. Initially, they do Tulsi Aarti literally like in 30 seconds. Ho gaya, haan ho gaya. Kaise ho gaya? I've done it. But you see, temple pujari take 22 minutes, almost speaking. Huh? Detail. It's a physical training, obviously, but then physical goes internal slowly. It's supposed to go to internal at least. And then you see devotees change, they become more serious. But at the same time, Chaitanya Charitamrita says it's not compulsory. Now, Chaitanya Charitamrita also says, and I've heard this in my Guru Maharaj lecture, I've not read it myself, even first initiation is technically not required. Technically. But practically, because Guru gives you 99% mercy, your effort is only 1%. So he said, if you just on your own, that 1% will take much longer to go back to Godhead. But if you take Guru's mercy, which is like sort of 99%, then you are carrying that weight of his bhajan on your head. I am his disciple, I'm Prabhupada disciple, I'm Prabhupada follower. That's great. Guru Maharaj said, when you will die, your naked feet, Govardhan Parikrama, 20 Govardhan Parikrama, 40 Nirjala Ekadashis, that will not fetch up too much marks. He said that. He said even your danda, your brightest saffron cloth, Guru Maharaj is speaking, not me. Saffron cloth has to be this. He said even your saffron is the brightest in the room. You have the biggest danda and the biggest kanthi. Some people have very thick kanthi. He said that will not count too much actually. Guru Maharaj is speaking. It doesn't mean we should not do all that, but he said it will not carry too much weight. How you have chanted. He said when you go in front of Krishna, you are naked. Krishna will say, this is the broken name you are offering to me. That's what we offer to Krishna generally. We offer Krishna the broken name. Mind is everywhere except in the holy name. So Krishna is hearing. Krishna is hearing. Krishna is watching when we're doing offering. Our dhyan is in bhoga or in watch or in something else. Jaldi say offering. You tell your kid to do offering. 30 seconds offering ho gaya. Haan, ho gaya. Kaise ho gaya? How did you do so fast? Then I've done it. Go back. Do it again. They are in so much rush because they have to play outside. Anyway, we are also same. So these initiations, in one sense, obviously very, very high. But if we have not accepted that in our life, nothing much will happen just by those initiation. Or Radhanath Maharaj said, when a Yamraj come, you cannot show him your Bhakti Shastri certificate. This is Maharaj's word. You should still take Bhakti Shastri certificate. But Maharaj said, your Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav certificate will not save you from Yamraj. You cannot show to Yamraj, I've got 95% marks in my Bhakti Shastri exam. Yamraj will tear it and will say, chalo, let's go to Yamloka. Ho gaya Bhakti Shastri. Next birth you can do it again, but abhi to chalo. Whatever offenses we have done to devotees, he will take care of us nicely. Anyway, big topic. You get the gist, Mata? Thank you, Mata. Jai Dharma Prabhu. We haven't started the class, Sundar Gopal Prabhu. I'm always fearful of Sundar Gopal Prabhu. He's looking at me. Okay.
All good, Prabhu. Let everyone relish
Okay.
nectar.
No. Jai Dharma Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu. No, just trying to relate this with the Bhagavad Gita shloka where it says, Nabhinandati nadvesti tasya pragna pratishtati. So, Sthita Pragna's characteristics, I think here also it's saying Nindati Shunyam.
Yes.
So, just thought of that.
Absolutely, bro. Sthita Pragya is a Uttamadhikari. So, Prabhu is speaking the last section of the second chapter, which everyone knows, where Arjun is asking three questions to Krishna and Krishna responding that. So thank you, Prabhuji, for relating that to Bhagavad Gita. Okay, can we move forward? We haven't even started our revision as yet. We're just on the spot test. Okay, so please try to understand these lines very, very nicely. And anywhere, anytime, you should be able to read and relish. It's not a NOI ka exam aane wala hai. By the way, exam is coming as well. Please prepare. But it should be a relishable exam. I like that, in a sweet way, not in a burdened way. Something burden is fine, but yeah, it should be relishing. And then you get so much out of these books. Prabhupada has worked really hard. Read Prabhupada purport before class, at least that one purport we should all read. Beautiful. It's just a 2 or 3 pages purport. It's not so big. So we can all read and then come to the class. Okay. So we already know all that. Okay, see, we have done the revision. Okay, what are the 4 characteristics of a Kanishthadhikari? Who can read? Anyone who has just joined us? Everyone. Prema Bhakti Mata. Is it possible? No. Okay, that's fine. Sundar Gopal Prabhu, can you read 4 characteristics?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, sure.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, the 4 characteristics are worships only deity.
What does it mean?
So it means they just do deity worship, as in not with the complete devotion or dedication.
No,
just for
they have devotion for the deity. That's no problem. What's the other part of it?
Not with the other
They, They see Krishna only in DT form.
They see Krishna only in DT. And as far as I've done my DT worship, I can do anything in the world. Morning Aarti kiya maine. Yeah, I've done my morning Aarti and that's it. Now, India-Pakistan match time. This cinema time, this Prajalpa time, this criticism time, WhatsApp time. DT worship ho gaya na? And I can do any nonsense after that. So they see Krishna only in the DT form, not in anything else. So what should we see? What's the contrary of this? Say Namatar Prabhuji. So he sees Krishna only in the DT form. That's correct. What should we see on the contrary of it?
We should see Krishna everywhere.
Everywhere, in every being. So that's how we can respect them, every living entity, as well as every situation. Whatever Krishna is bringing in my life, thank you, Krishna. It's the best I get from you. So thank you. Now, whatever external you have to do, that's fine. You have to go to doctor for medication and all that. We're not saying no, but internally you are happy and satisfied. Thank you, Krishna. Whatever. Okay, second, who can read that? Mohit Prabhuji.
Behave badly with devotees.
What does it mean?
And not giving respect to devotees.
What does it mean? Sorry.
Behavior, maybe in Vacha, how we speak in messages or in emails or whatever. You mentioned in the class last time that His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj said neophytes or new people who fight a lot.
Yeah, he always
New
finds
reasons to
new
find. They find
reasons
new
to fight.
reasons to find. New reasons to
You
fight.
just find some reason, you don't really realize, and he will just feel bad about it, and he will be quite open about it. Especially when 4 other peoples are there. These people, they have this tendency. In private, they will not do any criticism. I mean, when there are 4 5 people, a group of people, they yeah, ab maza aayega. They get this rasa. Atmaram Prabhu, previous temple president, he was saying, in Prachalpa, they get rasa. There's a rasa and people sometimes, they relish so much of that rasa. He said, there's definitely a rasa in Prajalpa, but we are not rasik of that rasa. We are rasik of Krishna seva ras. We should do seva of Krishna. Seva here means positive seva. Now, sometimes they say, I'm also doing seva. I'm correcting that person. But hang on a second. Who has given you authority to correct that person? That's my first question. Parthi Mata asked this question to Chitragupta. No, not Chitragupta. What's the name? Chitraketu Maharaj. Parthi Masas. Has Krishna given you authority to correct Lord Shiva? That's the first question she asked. So we should always think, yes, you are correcting. He is wrong and you are right. Who has given you authority? Who has given you authority? So if we ask this question, then we'll step back. Nahi, Baba, I'm not temple president. I'm not his spiritual master. He has not. Now, if he is asking for our advice, then we can give. He has not asked for advice. We are not a spiritual master. We are not the temple authority to correct this person. Then why, Prabhuji or Mataji, why? Why we have to get involved into that? He is doing his bhajan by his way, and he and Krishna will look after each other. I don't have to get involved unless I'm invited to get involved and I'm authorized and I'm compassionate, I'm well-wisher, and I'm able to give ashraya. Then I can involve. And even if someone involves you and you're not able to give ashraya, what should you say? Prabhuji, I'm not eligible in this situation. Please go and seek some senior advice. We should be honest. Even Brahmaji was honest to demigods. I'm not able to solve your problem. Let's go to Vishnu. He will solve the problem. So many times it was said, we think we are more than Brahma. Brahmaji is accepting, I'm not able to solve the problem. We never say no, especially when someone invites us. Nahi, if you are not eligible, Prabhu, I'm not eligible, please involve someone else. Take it, okay, we are not so specialist. Okay, so he behaves badly with the devotees. Third, Harinam initiated. Now, here, Ujjwala Mataji, the Diksha word is not even given. But still, Prabhupada writes, he is Harinam initiated. So their Diksha means, Rupa Goswami writes actually, second initiation. So that's a second one. We are still on the first one. First one already considered. He's chanting, that means he has got Harinam Diksha. Now there are explanation of that. I'll cover that later. Last one, who can say? Yes, Prabhuji. Last
faiths.
What does this mean, Babu?
Means he is not not regular, not steady.
Yes, he's not steady in his devotion. What does this mean? Someone else can explain. He's not steady. What does it mean?
Or like initially when we come, we chant for a few days, then we stop chanting.
Thank you,
We
Prabhuji.
offended easily though. Today he said this or stop chanting. And
Yes.
after a few days you like something, you start chanting.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Huh? So his
And
faith is
also,
very, very,
faith is
yes.
not very firm. His
Sorry.
faith is not firm.
His faith is not firm. Yes. So that's why he may chant few days. He may come in the temple for some seva. He may do some nice things. But then ab Sai Baba ke paas jayenge, and then we'll go to Santoshi Mata. Then we'll go to this Mata and that Bapu and all that, because his faith is not firm. Okay. So that's where.
Because wherever he gets the enjoyment or the honor, he'll go
Thank you.
there.
Thank you. Huh? Because it's his enjoyment. If Krishna is giving me enjoyment, I'm with Krishna's temple. If Mata gives me enjoyment, I'm in Mata's temple. Thank you, Mata. Okay, now here we saw this chart. Again, it's not a very watermark situation, but on a high level we are looking. So Kanishta Adhikari is doing has Shraddha, obviously, he's coming to temple. He's doing some association of devotees, he's doing some bhajan kriya. Huh? But as we discussed, his faith is very unsteady. Huh? So he's doing all this in a very, very light state till the time he is getting some enjoyment there. But Madhyama, it starts from Anartha Nivritti. Now, it does not mean Madhyama is not doing bhajan kriya. Even Uttama is doing bhajan kriya. All we are saying is how we are progressing. So Anartha Nivritti here means for Madhyama, he's seriously wanting to do Anartha Nivritti. Seriously. He has serious desire. I should not be lusty. I should not become angry. He gets angry. We're not saying he doesn't get angry. But when he gets angry, he thinks, oh, I shouldn't have got angry. I shouldn't have said like that. Oh, it's okay. He said like that. I should have tolerated. At least that thought is also a symptom of advanced person. Initially, you'll say, Are, usne bola. I had to correct him. I had to say something in response. How can I tolerate that? It was too much. But second level, you think, no, I should not get angry. Radhanath Maharaj also said, initially, our response time is 0 seconds. If someone says something, our response time is how much? Shunya second. By the time he finishes the sentence, my response is there. But then our response should go to 2 seconds, Maharaj said. Then 5 seconds, then 10 seconds. And then it becomes very long, so much long. You have no sort of effect on your heart. If he is, suppose, doing criticism of you, you're like, it's all right. What is man? What is upman? You glorify me with your words, with your garland. Who cares? You don't glorify me. Who cares? Huh? That is a very advanced level, very, very advanced level. Okay. He has nishtha, full faith in Krishna. He has ruchi, and he also has asakti. Asakti means, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, it's like a banyan tree. So initially, Kanishta Adhikari faith is like a banana tree. You know, banana tree? Even a bacha can uproot it because it's come in peels. Huh? So you can peel it one by one, and you can take the whole tree out. But bargad ka ped, anyone has seen banyan tree in India? Prem Bhakti Mataji would have seen, huh? We do bargad ka puja. Yeah, in West at least.
आज सुबह क्लास में आज नहीं कल शायद पार्था प्रभु ने ये वाला बताया था.
Okay, that's nice.
Like
Bargad.
mm,
Okay. So bargad ka tree is very, very strong. You don't know which is the main stem, and even the roots are going upside down. Very, very difficult tree. We have seen that in Bhagavad Gita as well. Huh? So asakti, he's fully attached to Krishna, but the only thing is he may not be able to respond to all the shastric arguments. Huh? He doesn't know full shastra, but his faith is very strong. And then Uttamadhikari, Rupa Goswami says, it starts from bhava, right? Obviously, prema is the full fruit. Okay, let's move forward. Who can explain me this picture? Prasannatma Prabhu has already raised his hand. Is it the previous hand or?
Well, I can. Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Please.
So Vaishnav is.
Can you tell the context of this picture? Very quick one, Prabhuji.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, and there are other devotees.
Talking to Kulin Gram devotees. Satyaraj Khan, he is leading them, leading the team, and their question was, they're going back to their home and they're seeking the
Who
Veda
is
from
Vaishnav?
Definition of Vaishnav.
No,
And,
wait a second. Vijay Gopi Mataji, take a step back. They did not ask who is a Vaishnav. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said something.
Mahaprabhu said, go and
What did he
worship.
say?
Mahaprabhu said, go and chant and worship, serve Vaishnavas. Then they asked who is Vaishnav.
Three instructions Mahaprabhu gave. Deva Mata, what were the 3 instructions? No, okay. Sakhi Radhika Mata, 3 instructions by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mohit Prabhu already said 2. Say 2.
Chant and worship Krishna.
No, more. Yes, you're right. First, ek aur. Krishna Seva, Krishna Naam. Krishna Seva, like a deity Vigrah ka Seva. Krishna Seva, Krishna Naam, Vaishnav Seva. So they understood Krishna Seva, they understood Krishna Naam, but they said, Mahaprabhu, what is this Vaishnav Seva? Not that they did not know, but they want to clarify from mouth of Mahaprabhu. So they were the 3 instructions given by Mahaprabhu in the first year to Kulin Ram Nivasis, led by Satyaraj Khan. The question was, who is a Vaishnava? What was the response of Mahaprabhu, Rasanand Prabhuji?
First one, Prabhu.
Yes. What was the response of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the question of Kulin Gram people?
Those who chant
yes,
Krishna's name one time.
Thank you. Whoever chants Krishna's name, that's it. He's a Vaishnava. Thank you. Second year, what happened? Madhuri Mata. Raghavi Mataji, second year, what happened?
They again asked the same question.
Same question. What should we do for rest of the year? What was the response of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Same answer. What is the answer of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Same. Akhand Rasa Prabhu? 3 instructions.
One who constantly chants
No. 3 instructions by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna
Seva,
Seva, Krishna
Naam,
Vaishnava. So the question is same, the answer is also same. But again, they asked the same question back, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not say, last year I responded. You did not remember? He did not mind. And he gave a second answer. Deva Mataji, what was the second answer? Second year answer.
So Krishna Seva, Krishna Naam, and
Vaishnav Seva.
Vaishnav Seva.
Then they again asked who is a Vaishnav, then response of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Who chants Krishna's name?
No, that was first year, Mataji. In the second year, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu added to the first definition?
One who serves.
One who serves Vaishnava.
One who constantly.
Nirantar naam. So the word Nirantar was added. Krishna Vaishnav Seva is ठीक है. Krishna नाम ठीक है. जो constant निरंतर हरि नाम करता रहता है, that is called senior Vaishnava or Vaishnav Tara. So Vaishnav Tara. Last year, same conversation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's third year response. Sakhi Radhika Mata. Vaishnav Tama. Who is Vaishnav Tama? As per this context we are talking. Okay. Sundar Gopal Prabhuji.
Prabhu, Vaishnav Tama is out of the 3, like good, better, best.
Yes.
Vaishnav Tama is anyone in whose presence you want to chant or you want to go towards Krishna.
In whose presence you want to chant, he is a Vaishnav Tama. If you see that Vaishnava, you feel like chanting Krishna's name, doing some seva to Krishna. Like so many examples of our sannyasis, for example. So Vaishnav, Vaishnav Tar, Vaishnav Tam. So Vaishnav is whoever chants even once in his lifetime, he is a Vaishnava. Vaishnav Tar, whoever constantly chanting. Vaishnav Tama is in whose presence you feel like chanting. You have never chanted in the past. By seeing Prabhupada, these hippies wanted to do some seva to the deity or to Prabhupada, because Prabhupada was the Uttamadhikari. He was the topmost Vaishnava. Now, before going to the next one, okay, Mohit Prabhuji, you have anything to add?
So you can say the same definition Mahaprabhu is given, like a Kanishka Madhyam Uttamadhikari, like classification.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
yeah.
This is what we are discussing. So we are discussing that from Chaitanya Charitamrita perspective. Now, last class, we gave 3 levels, 3 categories of defining Kanishtadhikari, Uttamadhikari, and Madhyamadhikari. What are the 3 different categories? Who will remember that?
Regarding faith.
Thank you, Mata. So one categorization can be done based on faith. But this one is based on what, Mataji? This one currently on your screen.
Holy name.
Taking the holy name. This is not, we are not talking about Shraddha as yet. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is in the Madhya Leela 15th chapter. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he's talking to Srupa and Sanatan, he gives a different definition. And that was based on Shraddha. So this is the first definition, taking the holy name. Second definition, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving both. Is based on Shraddha, faith of the person. And third definition, which we get from where and what's the basis of that category? Yes, Prabhu.
It's from Bhagavatam.
From Bhagavatam. That is correct. Thoda sa aage, Prabhuji.
Based on prema.
Based on prema. Now we're talking about very high levels. So first is taking the holy name. Second is based on Shraddha. Like Shraddha means your heart is changing now. And then prema. Now prema also have three categories. So we should not think. And sometimes what happens based on the first category, we identify at least ourselves as the third category Vaishnava. I'm the only Uttamadhikari in this whole community. Everyone, just neophyte devotees. Everyone is neophyte. So Shastra is very, very clear, very, very clear. And it encourages everyone. So as it says, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, even if you take name once, forcibly, Vijay Gopi Mataji proved that. Then also you go back to Vishnu Loka. So what better you want? But the point is not, that's the only thing which we have to do. So three definitions. Now, let's quickly look at, so 15.106, Prabhu kahe yare mukhe shuni ek bar. Ek bar means one time. Krishna Nam Puja says Shrestha Sabakar. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calling him as a Shrestha? Why is saying Shrestha? He's a Shrestha. Ek bar bola. He's only said once. Vijay Gopi Mataji. Why is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying he's a Shrestha Sabakar? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagwan? He's using the word Shrestha for a person who has only chanted once. What's the reason? Can you give a Shastric reason?
Of the humanity. He's better than the rest of, he's better than the rest of the humanity.
Absolutely. What's the reference in Bhagavad Gita? What you're saying is absolutely correct. Bhagavad Gita reference I want. Jaldi, jaldi.
Oh, that Sahasrana Manushyanam. That
Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashyadati Siddhaye. Vinay Prabhuji, what's the verse number? Jaldi se. Or Prasanatha Prabhu. Verse number. अच्छा चैप्टर बता दीजिए माधुरी माता चैप्टर fourth chapter
7.3 Prabhu.
Thank you Rasanand Prabhu. I was shocked. Fourth chapter, the famous verses 434, 4.9, 4.7, 4.8. Many famous 4.11 as well. Anyway, Manushya Naam Sahasreshu. And 720 is Bahuna Anjana Namante Jnana Naam. Thank you, Madhuri Mataji. See, it should come out like that, huh? Even if you make mistakes, it's fine. Okay, so that's why he's saying Shrestha, 99.99%. Are they chanting? No, they're just eating meat and having nice time, so-called nice time. He's Shrestha. He has chanted once, okay? Krishna Nirantar. So, Divya Mataji, this is the word he has added next year. This is Madhya 1672. Nirantar. Vadane means mouth. From his mouth. Now, what his heart is there, we're not bothering about it. He's still saying Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 whatever. Na? And 1674 is saying, Yahara darshani mukhe aise Krishna. Just by looking at that Vaishnava, you feel like, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You have never said. One time, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj time, there was one disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. He met one person, just a normal person. He said, please come to my ashram and I will make you meet with a very great Vaishnava. And this person was completely reluctant. He said, I will never go to these ashrams and they are bogus babas, this and that. But somehow this disciple of Maharaj convinced him to come. And he said, when you go in, he was a very sort of modern person, modern British person, Indian bodied, but British person. And he said, okay, I'll come. Now you're saying so much. He reluctantly agreed to come. And then this person said, when you see Maharaj, you should bow down. He said, I never bow down to anyone. He said that. And he said, Acha Baba, chalo. He said, anyway, let's go and meet the sadhu. He called Maharaj as sadhu. So anyway, so as soon as he went in the room where Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj was sitting, he bowed down immediately. Immediately he bowed down. And then later this disciple asked this person, you said you will never bow down. Why did you bow down? And this person said, actually, you know what? I have never bowed down in my whole life. But I don't know why. As soon as I saw this person, my body automatically went down. So this is the effect of a Uttamadhikari. This is the effect of it. They are so great. Like, they're both souls, right? You just imagine from that perspective. So this soul automatically bowed down in front of Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj because he's so elevated. So it happens. It happens. Krishnam. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so 2264, we are reading the conversation between Sanatana Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shraddhavan jana hai bhakti adhikari. Now the word adhikar is used here. Uttam madhyama kanishta, what? Shraddha anusari. So you see here's 15th and 16th chapter of Madhya Leela. Is this 22nd chapter of Madhya Leela? First first categorization is based on taking the holy name. Second categorization is based on Shraddha or faith, which resides in the heart. How much Shraddha this person has. Okay. Sundar Gopal Prabhuji, you had a question or a comment? We'll take that and then go.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Prabhu, just a confusion between Vaishnavatara and Vaishnavatama. So you explained that in whose presence one feels like chanting.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, and the Vaishnavatama who constantly chants. Listening to Vaishnavatara, I was just remembering Bhakti Govind Swami Maharaj when they were present, and we all feel like chanting, and कि अपने आप automatically हम लोगों का मन कर रहा था कि हम और chant करें.
Yes.
But उनका presence, so would he be considered Vaishnavatara?
Vaishnavatama. So he will be Vaishnavatama, and you will become now, for example, for the first time in the life, just for example's sake, you're a Vaishnava. So you had no experience of chanting or serving or bowing down, but by seeing this person, you started feeling like bowing down. Sometimes, some Maharaj is singing or some devotee, you feel like dancing. Your body will not stop. You'll never dance. You'll be so lazy. You'll have leg pain and this and that. Even leg pain, people jump upside down in the kirtan when these sort of devotees, B.V. Govind Maharaj recently came, and many more. Just by their presence. We were at Vaikuntha Ashram recently, B.V. Govind Maharaj program, and we felt like the whole floor is going to come down. Now, they were not dancers. Those people are general people. They're not dancers. But when they were dancing, and when Maharaj go up, you have to jump higher and higher and higher. And you feel like, will I land on the floor, the first floor or the ground floor? Because when you jump, you don't know. It really felt like, sorry, Divya Mataji, I felt like that. And I stopped one or two floors, like Tirtha Prabhu. I said, Thoda Shanti. If we all jump together, we may land on the ground floor instead of the first floor. Anyway, so saying, so they are that personality who can make you dance. I saw one Mataji, and Deva Mataji knows which I'm talking about. She never comes to a program, but she's a very nice person. She was also chanting so nicely. She said, I enjoyed this program so much. Why didn't you invite me earlier? So she's not a regular sort of a devotee person, very nice person. But she just thoroughly enjoyed the program and she really liked it. Her husband was there, her kid was there. They really loved the program. But I'm just trying to say, because Maharaj and his other devotee team was there, they can lift you up. That's what Prabhupada was there. He will lift you up. And when Prabhupada left, many devotees, it says, they did not join ISKCON, they joined Prabhupada. And when Prabhupada left, they also left. Because they never joined ISKCON. They were not part of ISKCON, they were part of Prabhupada. And they never had any problem with Prabhupada. ISKCON, so many problems they had. ISKCON here means people of ISKCON, not ISKCON itself. So when Prabhupada left this material world, they also left because they were not part of that. My business is done. But they loved Prabhupada. They loved Prabhupada like anything. Is it okay, Mata?
So, Prabhu, they would be considered Vaishnavatama or Vaishnavatama because they're constantly chanting. Yes.
Definitely. So I'm saying, so it's level 1, level 2, and level 3. So when we go to level 2, level 1 is already included. If you are doing, say, undergrad, you have already done year 12, right? Yes. You cannot do year 12 independently. So when you're in graduation, you have done year 12. When you're doing post-graduation, you have done year 12, you have done undergrad, now you're doing post-grad. So Vaishnavatama already has those qualities which we already discussed, plus he has a lot more. He will make others chant. Not only he is chanting, like when we chant, no one else chants. Even we forget to chant when we chant. Gauranga Prabhu was giving an example, Krishna, when he heard Bhishma Pitama prayer, so Krishna was very worried. He went to tell Arjun that Bhishma has taken a vow. He has these 5 arrows and our kids did the drama and all that. And tomorrow is going to kill you. And when he went into the room of Arjun, what Arjun was doing, he was sleeping, karate market. He was nicely sleeping. And it's like, he's going to die tomorrow. I'm worried and he's sleeping. But in his snoring, Krishna could hear, Krishna, 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 Krishna. And he said that was the quality of Arjuna. He will chant while he is sleeping. And what do? We sleep while we chant. That's the difference between Arjuna and us. So he's chanting while he's sleeping. Nalam just so but he's Krishna, Krishna. Because his whole you go to some devotees, you will feel the presence of the deities presence of, there's an aura. So Gauranga Prabhu was just a humorous example, which is a true example. He said that's the difference, you know. We
Thank you,
sleep
Prabhu.
while we chant, and he was chanting while he was sleeping. So that's the difference. Okay.
Prabhu, I wanted
Yes,
to ask
Sakhi
about
Ratnamata.
this picture. This picture is Rup Goswami and Swarup Damodar, is it?
Can you say a little louder, Mata?
Prabhu, this picture is
This picture.
Rup Goswami.
No, this is Sanatan Goswami Mataji. Sanatan Goswami, Tapan Mishra in Banaras, in Varanasi. So Tapan Mishra's house, the person standing on the yellow chadar, Sanatan Goswami having the beard because he's been working for a long time and he's looking like a Muslim and he's wearing a very expensive blanket. There's a story of everything. There's a story of his beard. There's a story of his chadar. The story of Tapan Mishra came to look for a great person, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he did not find, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came out. And he said, Tapan Mishra, there's only a Muslim, you know, just sitting like a beggar or something. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that is Sanatan Goswami. There's Sanatan Goswami, and he embraced. We'll come to that picture.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
this is where he meets
Sanatan Goswami, yeah.
a little
Yes.
Gopal Bhatt.
Sorry, madam.
This is where he meets the little Gopal Bhatt.
No, Gopal Bhatta, that was in South India tour, Mataji. That is Prabodhananda Saraswati. Gopal Bhatt is the niece of Prabodhananda Saraswati. This is South India tour. In South India tour, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there for 4 months, then Gopal Bhatta was there and serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is in a Vrindavan tour, which happened after South India tour. Prema Bhakti Mataji, you wanted to add something earlier? I may have skipped that. If you wanted to. If not, all good. Okay. 11 to 44. This is where Rupam Prabhu was saying earlier. This is the verse which is between Nimi Maharaj and Navi Yogendras, where he's asking about different Vaishnavas, and Havir responds on that. And we'll see this response of Havir in different verses. So this is where last time we stopped. I'll just quickly read the verse only. Yahara Komal Shraddha. Now, because this classification is based on Shraddha, Krishna Mahaprabhu is saying the Komal Shraddha, one is called Kanishtajan. Sa Bhavet Komal Shraddha Sa Kanishto Nigate. Now, the second line is very, very important of Madhya 2269. Krame Krame Teho Bhakta Hoibe Uttama. I think someone was asking this question, right? So Kanishta can also become Uttama. Krame Krame means slowly, gradually. When he serves sincerely, he becomes. I was listening some video yesterday of a devotee. Long story short, Prabhupada, he was reading Prabhupada the lecture or writing somewhere, and he was saying, Prabhupada said this, you don't have to remain a disciple. You should also become a spiritual master. Huh? So it does not mean everyone will be a disciple, but Prabhupada was encouraging his new people, his new disciples, say, you also become a spiritual master. Huh? So don't just remain as my disciple. He said, you also become a spiritual master and make more disciples. Make my grand disciples, Prabhupada said. Okay, last one. This is as per Bhagavatam 11 to 47. Acharyam ev hariye pujam yap shraddhayeta. So this Kanishta Bhakta has, now in Bhagavatam it says Prakrit Bhakta, has Shraddha in the deity, no doubt about it. He's doing deity worship. And Ujjwala Mataji just responded to that question. This has taken initiation. This here, as per Bhagavatam, is second initiation because he's doing Shraddha. Now, one point I have to add, I think Prabhupada was in UK somewhere, and he adds this point, which is somewhere in Jiva Goswami's commentary, but Prabhupada says this. In this Kali Yuga, now it's very specific, Prabhupada is speaking specific. In Kali Yuga, Harinam initiation is also considered as initiation. Prabhupada said that in UK. Huh? So this is a side conversation. We should also remember this does not overrule these things, but what Prabhupada is saying, in Kali Yuga, if you take a Harinam initiation, that means, that's good enough. It does not mean we should not aspire for Brahman initiation. Huh? Prabhupada is encouraging those people that please come forward and take more responsibility. But later on, Prabhupada also gave them many more responsibilities. Okay, last time I'll reread this Prabhupada line. This is really nice. Maybe someone else can read. Anyone else? Okay, Mohit Prabhu, you can read.
Sure, Prabhu. Change my screen. The last para, Prabhu, from Kishore. Who last para? A devotee who fits.
No, last one. SP.
SP, okay. The Prakriti Sahajyas generally chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, yet they are attached to women, money and intoxication. Although such person may chant the holy name of the Lord, they are not yet properly purified. Such people should be respected within one's mind, but their association should be avoided.
What's the last line? Everyone can read it.
Such people
should be avoided, not aspired for. Many times what happens, because when we meet with like-minded devotees, we get in tune to them. What should be the definition of this devotee whom we aspire to meet with or associate with? Like-minded plus?
Right-minded.
Right-minded, not just like-minded. Huh? हम दोनों को रस आता है. We both get rus in criticizing others. And I have seen that practically in front of my eyes. So should try to avoid that. You become senior that time and you start giving Krishna. Talk about Krishna. Open some topic. Huh? So you should not just remain humble. No, I read this, Prabhuji, let's talk about some Krishna Katha in the temple or in the program or anywhere. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jare dekhe tare kaho Krishna upadesh. So you have to talk about Krishna. Okay, so we all understand this. Now, this is the example I gave last time. Where is Madhuri Mataji? She is here. Okay, anyone remembers this example? Chaitanya Gaudiya Math? I think she asked the question last time. Okay, maybe she's not here. Amna Avatar Prabhu, you remember this?
Bro, is it the fact that at the start Gaudiya Math was really huge? They had a lot of land, but
64 months they have Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj on his own. Yes, Prabhu.
And then just for the sake of one room and who should live where, for that silly reason, they went to court. And for 50 or 50, 60 years, the court case just went on and on and on without any tangible results. And at the end of the day, out of those 64 mathas, only one or two left, and they won. Yeah, such a irony.
They had to sell every single property just to pay off the fee of lawyers. Just imagine. So even the devotees, and even Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said to Prabhupada, at Radha Kund, there will be a big fire in Gaudiya Math. So Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said that there will be a big fire. And someone was saying in the class, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj left his body early due to these fights, because he was very unhappy how the devotees were there. It did not mean there were many pure devotees as well, pure disciples as well, but many of them were also into this possessing mentality. So Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj was absolutely not happy. And that's why he said to Prabhupada, if you ever have money, print books. And Prabhupada also said, in this yuga, I think in VSS, someone sent this quote of Prabhupada, don't worry about building huge temples, trying to make devotees in this age. And something like that, this words Prabhupada said. So building temple, definitely very nice activity, but the primary thing is to make devotees in this day and age. Prabhupada said, even if you have shut down temple, go and distribute my books, do Harinams, make devotees. That's the utmost important thing. We also give example.
The only one left now, Prabhu? Is this the only one left?
I think so. I think this is in Kolkata, Bagh Bazaar. That's what I heard. So yeah, and there may be some more details, Julasa Mataji, but roughly that's a very inspiring story for all of us, how we should be cooperative with each other. Prabhupada said ISKCON can only be broken by internal people, not by outward people.
There is one more Prabhu in Vrindavan.
Okay. I'm saying there may be some more details to it. This is in 1997 we are talking, so now after 25 years. We're not talking one or two here, but the point which we are discussing, 50 years of court case, they had to practically sell everything and then come down to a single matter. And Prabhupada also said there was not many creativity like writing, like Prabhupada was a big writer. So they were not encouraging. They were just like, this room is mine, that room is yours. No, I'll take in this room and that room, like that. So that mentality which we are talking, details may vary a little bit here and there. Okay. Let's move to our class. Today, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, we have your permission to start the class at 8:48 only. Okay. So Prabhu is always giving me the permission. So thank you, Prabhu. Who can read the first line? And this is by Prabhupada. So let's read Prabhupada line. Akhandasa Prabhu, you can read.
Madhyama Adhikari, I think he's got trouble with his glasses.
That's okay. That's okay.
A Madhyama Adhikari has received spiritual initiation from the spiritual master and has been fully engaged by him in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The Madhyama Adhikari should be considered to be situated midway in the devotional service.
Yep. So it's very, very clear what Prabhupada is saying. And the second line is very important. Has been fully engaged by him. Where is my mouse? Okay, somewhere. Has been fully engaged by him, the transcendental loving service of the Lord, and he is sincerely doing it. So it's a very different than Kanishta Adhikari serving out of duty, and I do, Monday night 7 to 9 shift in Hare Krishna temple, and after 9 p.m. or before 7 p.m. on Tuesday, I'm free to do anything and everything. That's fine. That's my life. So Kanishta Adhikari always sees the things from a very material perspective. Whatever in our gross vision, he sees in the temple, yes. Outside temple, no. So Chaitanya Prabhu was saying in one of the classes, one difference between Kanishta Adhikari and Madhyama or Uttama Adhikari is Kanishta Adhikari thinks bhakti is a part of his life. Bhakti is a part of his life. But Madhyama Uttama thinks my life is a part of bhakti. I have many, many lives. This is one life, and my life is a part of bhakti. All I have to do is bhakti in my life. Now, again, there may be different duties on a bodily platform, no problem with that. But my whole aim is to serve Krishna through my family, through my money, through my job, through my hobbies, through my skills, through my competence, everything. My whole soul is there to serve Krishna and nothing else. Okay. Now, Prabhupada gives some characteristics. This is based on Bhagavatam 11 to 46. So we'll read that verse in a minute. Let's read what Prabhupada is writing here. So Madhyama has these 4 qualities. We'll talk about it in detail. Prema, Kripa, Maitri, and Upeksha. So the verse goes, Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Peksha, Sakaroti, Samadhyama. So it has 4 characteristics. He does Prema to Krishna. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he loves Krishna. Maitri, he does Maitri with the devotees of Krishna, right? So if there's a devotee of Krishna, I'm a devotee of Krishna, say if I am, I do Maitri. I have very friendly relationship with those people. He does Kripa to innocents. Innocent means who does not know about Bhakti, so I try to distribute. Madhuri Mataji, I'm seeing now, Avatar Prabhu, I'm seeing they're giving some Krishna consciousness to some other people as well, right? As per their capacity. So this is called Kripa. As per your capacity, you try to share. So that is called Kripa. Kripa to innocent. Or Upeksha. Upeksha means he avoids some people. Whom does he avoid? Avoids the envious. If someone is envious of Krishna consciousness or Krishna or devotees or any one of them or all of them, what he does? Upeksha, he avoids them. We'll read about these 4 in detail in a minute. Okay. He is very fixed up. He is surrendered to Krishna consciousness process. He always considered, yes, this process is best. I may not be able to follow it perfectly, but this process is best. And I need to improve myself. He's in conclusion knowledge of Shastra. So he knows a lot of Shastra, but he may not always be able to respond to your query. If Madhuri Mataji raises a scientific question, this person may not be able to respond properly, but it does not mean he loses faith. Now, if Madhuri Mata asks the same question to a Kanishta Adhikari, what will happen to Kanishta Adhikari? He will leave Krishna consciousness. Again, we have seen examples in front of our eyes because people initially they take up initiation as well. And after a while, when the hard time comes, no initiation, no spiritual master, nothing. Anyway, and as Ujjwala Sabdaji was saying, as far as Krishna consciousness is enjoyful, they will again come back and take it. There's a festival or something, you see them sometimes. But so inconclusive knowledge of Shastra because they're not fully understood. They have understood the essence, but they're fully not grasped it in their head. But they're fully understood in their heart. Undeteriorated continue process in any circumstances. One example, I think Radhesham Prabhuji was giving very nice example, very simple example. He said, if you put a Karela in freezer, if you put Karela in hot temperature, if you put Karela in normal temperature and you squeeze it in all 3 situations, what will come out? A bitter juice, right? Now, if you put an orange in freezer, in a hot temperature, normal, and you squeeze it, what will come out? Sweet orange juice, right? So actual devotee is like that. So no matter in which situation you put that person, whether it's a hard situation, it's a favorable situation, it's unfavorable situation, he will always emit. What he will emit? Krishna Nam, Krishna Seva. But a Karela type of person who has been coated, I think Radhesham Prabhuji, you know, what do you call silver coating or gold coating, something like plating, gold plating, I think they call it gold plating, huh? Gold plating. You put them in barish, you put that jewelry, imitation jewelry in barish. You buy, $20 jewelry or something, I don't know how much it costs, but you put in rain, what will happen? After 5 days, all the polish will go and their real color will come out, that $5 one. So gold-plated devotees does not last long, They will only, again, for their sake of enjoyment, they enjoyed that sort of movements in their life, and then they are, who cares? It's all okay. And the worst thing is they justify their action. This is the worst thing, huh? Madhyama will, even if he makes a mistake, he says, no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, I need to improve myself. But it has to be correct. I have done it, it has to be correct. So you can see the differences when you're dealing with the devotees, huh? How strong they are in justifying their bad actions, or how strong or humble they are in justifying their actions accidentally happened. Chaitanya Prabhu says, a devotee can be weak, but devotee is not wicked. There's a difference between weak and wicked. Weak means he does mistakes. He's weak. He does mistakes, but he realizes and he wants to improve. He may again do a mistake, but he realizes. But a wicked person is, he justifies. He justifies. He does mistake and justifies. Does mistake and justifies. So again, these are we have to be careful in whom we are dealing with, because we should not deal with wicked people. Weak people we are all weak. We're trying to strengthen ourselves, but we are weak. Okay, and he's faithfully, firmly chanting. Faithfully. Unka man lage na lage. But he has faith. No, I should follow this process. Syat Krishnam Chartatya Satapya Vidya. Slowly my avidya will go. Let me chant. He is fully, firmly chanting. And my Guru Maharaj was saying once in a class, you all say you have no prema for Krishna. Maharaj was saying, but you have, we can prove it. And Maharaj said, if I take your beats away today, will you still chant? And the answer is yes. You can take my bead away. You can take my facility to chant away, but I'll be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna. You will be chanting somewhere in the corner of temple in your house. You will not stop chanting. You will not stop chanting. And Maharaj said, that shows you have some love. He said, just have to improve more. He said, we may be again a weak devotee, but we should become a strong devotee. But Maharaj said, you're all devotees. That was very nice. Okay, then we looked at this chart. We already discussed about the chart. Let's move forward. Again, coming back from Chaitanya Charitamrita, same instances we are taking from a second perspective. CC Madhya 2267. Shastra Yukta Nahi Drada Shraddhavan. So Shastra Yukti Nahi means he does not know too much Shastra in his head. In his heart, he has full faith. Like you see the example of Brahman and the cobbler. You remember that example? Everyone knows that story. So Brahman knew everything in the head, nothing in the heart. Cobbler knew nothing in the head, like he did not know any shlokas, this Suchi Muchi rule, but his heart was fully faithful, Drada. So Shastrayukta Nahi Drada Shraddhavan Madhyam Adhikari say Mahabhagyavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying he is very, very fortunate because he has become Drada, determined in his bhakti. And that's why Srila Prabhupada said we should all become at least Madhyam Adhikari, means Drada. You should not be a good feather devotee. Good weather devotee, not good feather, good weather devotee. Many devotees perform devotion when everything is good. Yeah, Krishna is very kind. And as soon as something bad happens in the life, Hore, I'm a devotee. How can Krishna do this to me? Okay, bye-bye. I'll go to Shivji. Shivji's devotees are more prosperous. And we have seen that as well in Shastric examples. Okay. Okay, next one, 2268. Yaha Shastra Dishva Anipunah Shraddhavan Satu Madhyama. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives these two examples. Now coming to Bhagavatam 11-46. This is very, very sweet verse, very famous. If you could, please remember this verse. Very simple verse. I'll try to explain and then we'll finish the class. Ishware tad adhineshu balisheshu dusasya Prema Maitri Krapopeksha Yah Karoti Sa Madhyama. So we'll read the translation of Prabhupada. An intermediate or second class devotee called Madhyamadikari offers his love to Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a sincere friend to all the devotees of the Lord, shows mercy to ignorant people who are innocent, and disregards those who are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So again, in this verse, Havir Muni is giving 4 characteristics and 4 responses. 4 characteristics are Prema, Maitri, Krapa, Upeksha. These are the 4 characteristics. And how do they respond to each category? Ishware, Prema. Okay, let me open the second page. I think I have some examples here. Everyone can see this example here? Yeah. So you see the first one, just an example. So these pujaris are doing Abhishek. So you can say to Ishwara, to the first word. Can anyone see my mouse on the screen? Yes, yeah. So Ishwara, what do they do to Ishwara? Prema. They love Krishna. Right? Krishna means here, Krishna, Seva. Tad adhineshu refers to devotees. With devotees, what do they do? Maitri. So Sukdev Goswami has put very, very nicely. You can do a mapping in ITV2. So Ishware Prema, Tad adhineshu Maitri. Balisheshu means Balak. Balak means innocent in Krishna consciousness. So who is this Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Oh, is it? I've heard about Krishna, but I don't know much about Krishna. You know, many guests come to our temple and they have many simple questions. Oh, so we are not the body, we are the soul. Yes, we are not the body, we are the soul. Like that, huh? Bali Sheshu. So they are not just Balak by body, they are Balak by their maturity in Krishna consciousness. Dvishassu. Dvishassu means Dvesh karne wale. Like Shishupal, he was a Dveshi, for example. So for Bali Sheshu, what do they do? Krapa. Krapa means mercy. Now here mercy does not mean I am big, you are small, not like that. But they give some prasadam, they invite for a festival, they say come for Bhakti Vriksha classes, Bhakti Shastri classes, they invite and they have full intention to give some Krishna to them in whatever possible way, give them some prasad, whatever works. So Bali Sheshu Krapa, Dvishassu, Upeksha. Now why do they do Upeksha to Dvishassu? 2 reasons are there. If a person is envious person to Krishna, for example, or to a devotee of Krishna, when this Madhyamadikari visits this person for invitation to Janmashtami or some other seva, in their conversation, the person who is envious of Krishna may say more bad things about Krishna, right? It may happen in the conversation. Sometimes people are very egoistic. Just to prove themselves, they will start shouting just to prove themselves. They may not know anything, but they will start shouting or raising their voice. And then Madhyamadikari, he may also raise his voice, isn't it? So it's not good. And then what will happen? If A is Madhyamadikari, for example, B is an envious person, A and B having conversation, B may raise their voice, A may raise their voice. And what will happen? B will become more envious to Krishna after the conversation, right? Because A, Madhyamadikari, doesn't know full Shastra as yet, right? And he doesn't need to know always. So what will happen? B will go more away from Krishna, isn't it? Now, if A and B is having a heated argument, because A does not know as yet full Shastra, maybe A will get influenced by B. And he will say, actually, you are right. There is no Krishna. They're all, imagination of mind. Let me just go and enjoy the world. So for the safety of B, for the safety of A, Upeksha is the best. So if I'm not eligible to go and meet with the B, I tell my senior to go and meet with the B, not me. For me, I'm making my things very, very simple. So Prema Maitri Krapo Peksha. So Prema to Krishna, Maitri to Tad Adhineshu, Krapa to Balisheshu, and Upeksha to Dvishassu. Yah karoti samadhima. Now, why am I stressing on this verse? And actually, you will hear this verse many, many times in ISKCON classes, because this is what we are supposed to, our aspiring verse at this time. Very, very practical, very, very simple verse. So we can, print this verse or write this verse and put in your wall, and you can just walk around it and try to live it. Try to live with it. How can I give Kripa to other who doesn't know about Krishna? How can I do Peksha? Many times, if you're not comfortable in a situation, in association of devotees, Upeksha is the best. Rupa Goswami says you should associate with the right people who encourage you in Krishna consciousness, not always discouraging you. They also chant 16 rounds, but they discourage you, they laugh at you, they make some sarcastic comments on you. You don't like their association so much. That's okay. Manasa adriyata, manasa adar, and move on. So this verse is to be followed by us on a daily basis, and it will help us. Yes, Sakhi Radhika Mataji.
So, Prabhu, does that mean that thinking about this, I'm thinking of the Brahman Patnis. They didn't had much knowledge of the Shastra.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
does that mean even a Madhyam Adhikari can attain can attain Krishna?
Yes, Madhyamadhikari not only can attain Krishna, Madhyamadhikari can also become Guru. Prabhupada writes in his purport, he said, your Guru, we'll talk about that in verse 5 and 6, should be Uttamadhikari ideally or an advanced Madhyamadhikari. So anyone, advanced Madhyamadhikari can also become a spiritual master actually. So Madhyamadhikari is not an easy situation, not an easy situation. Yes, so he will attain Krishna. There are clauses to it. We'll not talk about that, but keep it simple. Yes, he will. Okay. Now I'll stop here because it's 9:05. If anyone has a quick question, I can take.
One quick question, Prabhu.
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
heard this from many people, like Uttamadhikari need to come to Madhyamadhikari to preach. Is that?
Yes, we'll talk about it. Yes, that's absolutely right. We'll talk about it. Otherwise, he can't preach. Okay.
Prabhu, one quick question.
Yes.
Sometimes, the devotees, many a times, most of the times, they are well-meaning and they advise, or they, when during the conversation they have a talk and they recommend something. But they may recommend or they may advise which is a sensitive topic to the other person. So in that case, how does one respond to that? Because in the heart, that, okay, they are well-meaning, but still a person may be sensitive to something, but the other person doesn't know. So how does one respond to that?
You can't teach these things. They just have to get it. And as they become more advanced, they respect other sensitivity. And you see some very good speakers, they give very good classes just because they can respect everyone while they are giving Krishna. But some other speakers speak very harshly. You have to surrender to Krishna. I accidentally came across one video yesterday. Don't ask. It's ISKCON's branch video. And this person was very strong. He was claiming himself to be a Prabhupada disciple, which he's not. Later on, I came to know from another devotee. Anyway, I just didn't know about him. And he was preaching so strongly in this 2-minute video. He's like, you have to do this. You have to. Even his body language was like so demanding. He's saying right or wrong. I'm not even talking about that. His body language itself was, and you hear Keshav Maharaj. One example. He's completely relaxed. He goes to uni, he gives uni classes, relax. He goes to Vrindavan, he gives Vrindavan classes, relax. It's okay. So you know what I'm saying? So people are insensitive in their behavior, in their speech, but at least we should try. And one thing we should learn from these devotees, if they spoke like that and it might hurt person C, for example, you understood that. You can't stop A, but what you can do next time, you do not speak that way, even accidentally. So I should not do that. Many times Chaitanya Prabhu says, when harsh time comes, there's one good lesson we can learn. If someone or some things have hurt us, we should not give that back to the society. This person has hurt me for whatever reasons. I should not behave the same way with others because this will hurt them as well. So it's very good actually. And as you advance, actually you do become more respectful, more and more respectful. And when you go down, you become more proud. Last example of Bhakti Rasamat Maharaj comes to my mind, which is from Shastra, from Hitopadesh. He said, a tree which has lots of fruits is always bowing down. A tree which doesn't have fruit, he stands very high. So the fruit of your devotional service will be reflected in your behavior when you deal with others. Radhanath Maharaj, I'm remembering, for example, so sensitive, so sweet. Every lecture you hear, not one class he was angry. No, no passion at all. Only speaking from his heart all the time. So it happens, but you can't teach others. Again, unless they come and ask advice from you, try step, but take a lesson. I think we get the
Thank
point.
you.
Okay, let's stop here. I'll give to Sundar Gopal Prabhu for 30 seconds. He has some quick announcements.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So
Krishna.
next week we'll have the class as normal, but the week after we won't have the class. We will.
What I was thinking on that, and sorry I didn't discuss that, didn't have time. So Wednesday is Prabhupada appearance day.
Yes, bro.
Again, up to you guys. You can have the class in the night. I'm okay. Or you can have class on Thursday. It's an online class. You don't have to go anywhere. So Wednesday, if you're too tired, that's fine. Let's do it on Thursday, 7 to 9, same time, if that works. So 28th is Prabhupada appearance day. Deva Mata is smilingly saying yes or no, or disappeared. So please,
Thursday would be good.
Thursday will be good, no problem. So we'll have Thursday class. Prabhuji, I think it's 29th. I'm not looking at the
29th.
calendar. So 29th, we can log. And same will happen with Radhashtami is on Wednesday. So we are thinking offering the class the following day.
That's 11th of September, isn't it, bro?
Yeah. So it's Wednesday. I don't know the date, but we can have the Thursday class. So Devi Mata, you gave me yes or no?
All good, Prabhu.
All good. Okay, so Thursday class will work for everyone. So instead of Wednesday on Janmashtami and Radhashtami, we'll have Thursday class, same time. Okay, thank you very much. And please prepare your assignment. I'm hoping to finish and I'll not rush up. I love this book actually. So I'll not rush up, but hopingly we'll finish it by end of September. We've already done around half book. These verses were big and I really wanted to discuss in detail. The rest of the verses are comparatively quicker. Comparatively, they're not so small, but comparatively quicker. So we'll not have like 1.5 classes for each verse. So from 6 onwards, there will be a faster journey and will not have any gaps as well. So please prepare yourself around end of September with the assignment and finishing up everything, and maybe we can have the exam before Kartik. Let's see how we go. It's a bit too early to respond, but roughly speaking, I was thinking the Kartik, you can relax and do your devotional service. But we'll see around mid-September how we go. But I'm hoping we'll finish the book and the exam for Kartik, and then in the Kartik or just after that, we can start NOD before going on Christmas holidays, which Sundar Gopal Prabhu will announce. He's our, all these person. I fully rely on Prabhuji.
I don't do anything as such.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare